Good morning, everybody. Welcome in to Spirit of Life Alchemy. This is your Beltane tarot reading. So I'm recording this for the 1st of May, which is a popular time to celebrate Beltane. For me, I will be building up from here through to the 5th of May, which is when the sun is at 15 degrees of Taurus, which is the midpoint between 0 degrees of Aries, which was spring equinox, and 0 degrees of Cancer, which is the point of summer solstice. So any time over the next 5 days is Beltane. I'm starting now and building up the energies, and we'll actually do my Beltane celebrations on the 5th. So let's do some cards and see what the cards want to tell us. We're going to use the Gaia deck. They feel like the right cards to use today. And look, we're going to use the old Goliath deck and look what's on the bottom. Nature, the seeds of life. So that all feels very sort of aligned. Let's see what we need to know. Okay, so what do we need to know for Beltane 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support, and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and our greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so on the bottom we've got remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. I'm just seeing Sacred Heart there as well. There's the next card. Passion, love and spiritual communion. Okay, then we've got Sacred Journey, life cycles, family and transformation. That feels very Beltane-y. And then we've got evolution, earth changes, climate change, transformation. Okay, so we've got 2 cards here mentioning transformation. So you could find at this Beltane old feelings, old emotions bubbling up from the subconscious to be transformed. Okay, and so as we do the work individually and personally on our own life's journey, we transform and evolve. And as we do that, as we transform our energies and our light and our soul and things, then those new vibrations ripple out and affect those around us. They affect humanity, they affect the collective, and because the earth, Gaia, is evolving as well at this time, ripples out and affects her as well. So a time of deep transformation and evolution, which is not surprising on the back of all the astrology we've just been having since spring equinox, which was a few days before that full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. So we got it all going on between spring equinox and Beltane. Let's see where that transformation is happening. So we know that a lot of stuff was going on in Aries. So yeah, a lot of transformation about around the self. Okay, and the I am. Have you reclaimed more sovereignty? Have you called your power back? Okay, what's been going on for you? Having communications with your soul. So let's see, what do we need to know for Beltane 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and our greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so let's see. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Tranquil Spotted Doe. We've got the Hermit, the Inner Master. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Indian Henna Mother. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Mother of Crystals. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Oyster of Metatron. The Clarifiers. We've got the Lovers, the Alchemical Heart. We've got the Page of Pentacles, the Butterfly Snow Vixen. And we've got the Starseed, the Demiurge. In the subconscious, let's see what's going on. Oh, we've got the King of Pentacles, the Father of Roses. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Aztec Hawk Warrior. And we've got the Page of Cups, the Sister of Roses. Move those around. We've got the Six of Cups, the Reuniting Waterhole. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Great Wheel. And the Chariot of Osiris. And the Star, the Cosmic Guide. And the Ace of Wands, where I have that. And Judgment, Transcendence. Okay. So we've got some transformation going on, unsurprisingly. Okay, so it's nice to see the King and Queen of Pentacles coming out in the reading. The Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, let's just move the cards over a little bit. Oh my God. I don't usually do my reading with my shawl on. It was a bit chilly when we got back in, and it's like, oh, let me just keep that on a little while longer. Although it has warmed up from sort of how cold it was this morning. It is particularly cold and wet and rainy in the UK at the moment. Surprisingly so for end of April going into May. Right, okay, so where we find ourselves, the Nine of Pentacles, the Tranquil Spotted Doe. So the Nine of Pentacles is about knowing yourself, having the self-confidence, the independence, the self-worth, self-esteem, self-love, to know that you can do it on your own. Okay, you don't need to be codependent on anybody else. You've got everything you need. You've learned everything that you need to know, and you've evolved. You've evolved to knowing your worth, knowing that sort of you deserve and can manifest abundance in your life. And that's come from journeying inwards. We have the Hermit here, the Inner Master. So we've been spending time on the inner journey, doing the inner work, okay, connecting to our own inner wisdom to evolve ourselves. And it looks like that's paying off. This energy is in the position of the energy that's leaving. So this card is in the place of the position of what energy is leaving. So we may be emerging from ourselves new and transformed. And I've just had a thought about that. So for many, many years I've watched nature. Okay. Especially in the years when I had dogs. I had a pair of rescue German Shepherds. And so, you know, daily walks, first thing in the morning, out of bed, have a wee, throw some clothes on, dogs to the park. Okay, and then their walks during the day. And when you're going round the same area, day in, day out, and you're observant, you notice the changes in the seasons. And I realised that, you know, it takes about 7 days for you to be able to see noticeable changes in nature, what new things are coming up, what's dying down. And one of the things I noticed about Beltane was it was the time when the old nettles, although they died in the autumn last year, you know, there were still these nettles, brown, dead, stood up. And it was around Beltane time that the transformation happened, that the new fresh shoots of the nettle plants were strong enough that as they were growing up, they were knocking down the old dead plants, and you had this transformation, this death and rebirth of new nettles. Okay, at that point, they'd been coming through since maybe after Imbolc, definitely by spring equinox, and you just see the little plants coming up. But it was at Beltane where they were strong enough and big enough that they were knocking down the dead plants. And for me, it was always a sign of transformation. Beltane is a time of strong transformation in nature. You know, so we've had 6 weeks of lighter days, nights getting shorter, the sun getting stronger, and that real resurgence of energy for growth. Okay, the buds starting to come out, and yeah, the energy of creation is really strong at this time. So yeah, that was tying in with the transformation coming out in those cards, wasn't it? So we've been on this inner journey, we're connected to our inner wisdom, we have this new sense of self, our foundation beneath us, okay, that we're growing from. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here, the Indian henna mother. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles, fixed earth, water of earth, which is Taurus energy. Okay, so our foundation is being in this energy, being in this body, being in our self-love, our self-worth, the beauty around us, the beauty within us, being in our senses, you know, good food, an indulgence of the senses in pleasure. That really sums up Beltane for me. And yes, being surrounded by beauty and everything. So that's our foundation. Also, the Queen of Pentacles, she knows that everything's unfolding in its own time. All the abundance. You know, we have this sense of self now, that knowing we can create. And the Queen of Pentacles supports that by telling us that sort of there's no need to panic, there's no need to worry. Everything's unfolding as it should. The abundance is on its way. Just look around at nature. We don't have to fret. We can see it all unfolding in divine timing. Okay, and so she enjoys the moment. She sits back in pleasure and knows that all the abundance is coming. And you look around at sort of all the blossom and the flowers emerging. To be pollinated, that will produce fruit later in the year. We can see the abundance starting to unfold around us. The message from above, from Spirit, we've got the Queen of Cups here, the Mother of Crystals. So the Queen of Cups, fixed water, or water of water, Scorpio energy. So seeing beyond the veil, seeing what is hidden, being in our emotions, and being able to dive deep into our emotions to find the treasure. Okay, using our crystals, using our crystal balls, reading tarot, scrying, you know, tuning in to the unseen realms. Okay, Spirit and Source is waiting to communicate with us. Okay, we just have to open up and become attuned. And then what we're moving into is the Ten of Pentacles, the oyster of Metatron. And a few weeks ago, it was at the beginning of Mercury retrograde, this card was coming to me in a dream, or in the early hours of the morning, at dawn time. So for me, that's a time where I'm in between sleep and awakeness. I'm semi-conscious, and I get downloads and channel stuff, and I'm very open at that time to beyond the veil. And this card was coming through to me in this deck, and the message I was getting was about sort of the world being our oyster. But for the world to be our oyster, we have to do the magic. Okay. Now, in this card, we've got the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, which is a magical tool of spiritual development and things like that. So by doing the inner work, by doing the spiritual work, by knowing ourselves, know thyself, okay, the world becomes our oyster. That's part of the creative process of spiritual growth and development and evolution. Okay, so the clarifiers. We've got the lovers, the alchemical heart. This is another part of the keys to life, is the heart, the alchemical heart, the heart that transforms everything. In the lovers card, it can be about making a decision. If it is for you about making a decision, make that decision from the heart. It could be about balancing and harmonizing the divine masculine, the divine feminine within, creating sacred union at the heart. And it's like, as we do that, the explosion of creative love energy from that, soul energy, creative soul fire energy, being birthed through love. We've got the Page of Pentacles here. So we've got Page, Knight, King and Queen of Pentacles. It's all about the creating in the physical world. As Beltane happens in, Taurus season. Let's get real down here on Earth. So anyway, we've got the Page of Pentacles, the Butterfly, Snow Vixen. So the Page of Pentacles is about learning something new to create something physical. Okay. Excuse me. The Page of Pentacles is a messenger for us about creating something new, creating a new way, even something in the physical realm. And with that, we've got the starseed, the demiurge, who has a pentacle in their chest thing. It's reminding us that we're star beings, that we're star seeds. Okay, that we reminding us that ultimately we are multidimensional, infinite beings of light and love, having a human experience in an infinite universe. Okay, ultimately. And we have the powers of manifestation, and we bring all that spirit and soul and source energy together and manifest in through our creative energies. Okay, so that's what's going on a conscious level. Let's have a little dive down deep into the subconscious. So, okay, we've got the King of Pentacles, the Father of Roses. Okay, he's got a headdress of roses and crystals. So for me, the crystals is about the spiritual knowing and understanding. With the roses, that connection to the love energy in the heart. And then there's butterflies and moths here. Transformation. Okay. The King of Pentacles, Cardinal Earth, Fire of Earth, Capricorn energy. He knows how to build, create in the physical world. Okay, but he uses sort of all his heart energy, his spirit energy, as well as his physical self to create in the 3D. He knows that sort of that power needs to be balanced with love, to build something sustainable and to build from a place of love. And of course, abundance comes from the heart. Then we got the Knight of Pentacles here, the Aztec hawk warrior. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles, mutable earth, heir of earth, Virgo energy. So this is about having strategies and plans, doing it step by step, so we don't get overwhelmed. We can take care of ourselves. We don't have to do it really fast, or we're not in a race against anybody to do it. For something to be sustainable, both for us without making ourselves ill, and something sustainable built out in the world, then a step-by-step approach, using strategy and analysis of our plans and things like that, and being in touch with yourself and your self-care while you're building. Okay, then we've got the Page of Cups, the Sister of Roses. And again, we've got this theme of roses again. And for me, the Page of Cups, it can be about reconciliation with different parts of ourselves, soul retrieval, coming back to ourselves, apologies and forgiveness to ourselves for past mistakes and things like that. Could be receiving apologies and forgiveness from other people, or we could be forgiving either ourselves or other people. And there's an underlying message of following your bliss. Again, being heart connected. With the Six of Cups, the reuniting waterhole. And I'm seeing this today as, different parts of ourselves coming back together, parts of our soul coming back together. On the back of all this transformation, we're coming back to ourselves bigger, better, truer than we were before. And it changes things. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here, the Great Wheel. Coming back to that Sacred Journey card, life cycles and transformation. If we're all part of this bigger thing that's going on, remembering we're starseeds. Okay, so we're part of this big evolutionary journey. Okay, with the Chariot of Osiris. Okay, this is about having head and heart going in the same direction. The two horses or lions or sphinxes or whatever they are, depending on the deck you're using. The job of the charioteer is to bring them into resonance, so they're going in the same direction. Head and heart, conscious and subconscious, masculine and feminine parts of divine energies within. Okay, moving forward from heart-centered consciousness, that's how we make progress, that's how we ride to victory. Following our North Star, the star card, the guiding, the cosmic guide. So following our North Star of destiny, hope, optimism, new beginnings, wishing upon a star, being guided by our star. Brings new inspiration, divine inspiration, the Ace of Wands here. Okay, this is that divine spark within us, the fire power, the energy. The Ace of Wands card really is a Beltane. It really is a Beltane card. It's the ignition of that fire energy for the next 3 months of summer. Okay, so yeah, we have that divine gift. Then the last card, number 20, Judgment, the transcendence. Now in this card, we've got this bear. Okay, he's broken through the surface of the water or the surface of the ice, coming up for air, breaking free, breaking in, coming to consciousness, okay, and drawing down spirit. Okay, this is the transformation of the time of the message of Beltane. Transcend who and what you were before into this newer, truer sense of self, this newer, truer self, on the back of all the transformations we've been through since spring equinox, with eclipse season, with Mercury retrograde, with the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Okay, this is it all coming together now. So let's just do an Art of the Sacred Wheel card. Oops, pop that up there. And sum up this reading. So let's see, what do we need to know for Beltane 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Number 24, bursting free. Beyond your limitations. That's exactly what this reading is saying. I love this deck. It just sums up the reading every day so well. So we're bursting free. So that's your reading for Beltane 2024. Hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it resonates for you. If it has, as always, please do like, share, subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications of when I'm releasing readings. It helps to let me know that you like what I'm doing and putting out. And it helps with the algorithm so I can grow this channel and get these messages out to more and more people. If you like a personal reading from me, then email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful Beltane, and until tomorrow, till next time, from the bottom of my heart, in deep gratitude, thank you for watching. Doesn't want to stop now.